Discipline is more important than motivation, a fisherman's motivational story. Many people believe that motivation is the key to success. Urav, a young boy with big dreams, was one of those who constantly sought motivation from inspirational videos and stories. "I will wake up early tomorrow, study 6 hours a day, and work out every day," he promised himself after every motivational speech. But soon, the excitement faded, and he slipped back into old habits. Urav couldn't understand why his motivation never lasted. The discovery of discipline. One day, Urav noticed his friend Vikram, who seemed to always follow his routine, no matter what. Vikram woke up early, studied, and exercised consistently, regardless of the circumstances. Curious, Urav asked, "How do you stay so motivated every day?" Vikram smiled and replied, "I don't rely on motivation, Urav. I rely on discipline." This answer confused Urav, so Vikram invited him to meet a fisherman the next morning to explain further. Lessons from the fisherman. The next morning, Urav met an old fisherman sitting on the riverbank, mending his fishing net. His hands were calloused, his clothes were simple, but his eyes showed the wisdom of a man who had spent many years toiling. Vikram greeted the fisherman warmly and asked, "Can you share with us the lesson of discipline you once taught me?" The fisherman smiled and nodded. "You see this river?" he began. "Every morning, I come here at the same time, whether it's cold, rainy, or hot. I cast my net and wait. Some days I catch a lot of fish, some days just a few, and some days I catch nothing at all. But I never give up. Do you know why?" Urav thought for a moment and then replied, "Because I love fishing." The fisherman smiled and shook his head. "No, my child. Because this is my responsibility. If I waited for motivation, I wouldn't be here every day. If I waited for good weather, my family would go hungry. I don't depend on motivation. I depend on discipline." The fisherman's words made Urav think deeply. He had waited for motivation to push him into action, expecting immediate results. But now, he understood that motivation is like a small flame, which only lasts for a short time and can be extinguished at any time. Discipline, on the other hand, is like a big fire, which burns steadily, regardless of the circumstances. The fisherman continued, "Successful people are not those who wait for motivation. They are those who persevere, even when they don't feel like it. Motivation is just a small spark. Discipline is the constant flame that creates success." Urav listened carefully, absorbing the fisherman's words of wisdom. Then he pointed to a nearby bamboo tree and asked, "Have you heard the story about the bamboo tree?" Urav shook his head, curious. The fisherman smiled and said, "A farmer planted a bamboo tree. Every day he watered it, gave it sunlight, and cared for it. But for the first year, nothing grew. People laughed at him, saying he was wasting his time. The second year passed, and there was still no growth. The third year, there was no growth. The fourth year, still nothing. But the farmer did not give up. And then in the fifth year, a miracle happened. The bamboo tree grew 90 feet tall in just 6 weeks. Do you know why?" Urav said in surprise, "Because the roots are growing underground." The fisherman nodded. "That's right. In 4 years, the bamboo has grown strong roots underground. If the farmer gives up, he will never see the bamboo grow. Discipline is like that. You may not see results immediately, but if you persevere, success will come." Urav's change. The fisherman's words changed Urav. He realized that he had been waiting for motivation and expecting quick results. But from that day on, Urav decided to change his life. He no longer waited for motivation but built a disciplined routine. Even when he didn't feel like studying, he studied. Even when he was tired, he exercised. And when he wanted to sleep in, he woke up early. Day after day, Urav persevered and worked hard, and eventually, success came to him. He became one of the most respected and successful people in the village. When people asked him the secret of his success, Urav just smiled and said, "Motivation comes and goes, but discipline stays forever." Key lessons. Urav story teaches us that discipline is more important than motivation. Motivation is temporary, but discipline is permanent, allowing us to keep trying even when motivation is gone. Success comes not from one-time grand actions but from small, consistent efforts every day. The bamboo tree does not grow overnight, and neither will your success. So don't wait for motivation, develop discipline in your life and success will follow.